In India, bank visits have garnered a reputation as being complex and unnecessarily time-consuming exercises with not so fruitful results. This notion is especially prevalent when it comes to nationalized banks. However, the fact remains that the Reserve Bank of India sides with the customers. In fact, based on feedback received and its own investigation, the RBI has introduced a chart of customer rights to protect banking customers. But only by understanding these rights well can we exercise them promptly when necessary. So today, let's take a closer look at these 5 basic customer rights that every bank must strive to keep alive and see how it applies in our day-to-day banking experience. This right prohibits financial institutions from discriminating on the basis of a customer's religion, caste, gender, age, or physical ability. This is a two-way street though. The service providers are also entitled to fair treatment towards them. On the other hand, banks still have the right to offer different rates of interest to different customers. Designing financial products targeting specific market groups is also accepted as a reasonable measure. This right states that a common customer must be well informed and communicated with so that they easily understand the contracts and agreements put forth to them. Financial service providers have a responsibility to clearly disclose information such as pricing, risks involved, terms and conditions that regulate the product's life cycle, and the responsibilities of the customer and the service provider. Customers should not be provided with misleading information, unfair market or business practices, or coercive contractual terms. Products or services offered by banking service providers are required to be designed based on the financial circumstances or understanding of the customers. This right plays a big role in restricting officials from selling market-linked insurance products without considering a customer's needs or requirements first. Banks must also avoid unethical practices like instances where they ask customers to route their investments through them. A customer's privacy must be protected with utmost confidentiality until and unless it needs to be disclosed as mandated by law. The information can also be accessed if the customer provides specific consent to the service provider, which happens in the case of information handed over to credit bureaus for credit score calculation. This is the right that keeps all the other ones before functional. If the bank you operate with fails to adhere to the first 4 rights, then this right is at your aid. Customers can hold the financial institution responsible for products and services provided and are entitled to an easy and clear way to have any valid grievances redressed. This also includes products sold by third parties such as insurance companies and fund houses. Banks are responsible for communicating and compensating for lacks in conduct, mistakes on their part, and delays or non-performance. Apart from listing the rights themselves, the Reserve Bank has also listed a few common ways in which banks make consumers' banking experience unnecessarily strenuous. This includes refusing to grant loans, charging excessive interest, failure to return documents, lapse in security, poor check management, unlawful account operations, rude employee behavior, etc. In case of any of these occurring to you, you can access the Complaint Management System or CMS portal on RBI's website to lodge a complaint against the concerned bank. The issue is then arbitrated by the Consumer Education and Protection Department or CEPD, a nodal department in the RBI for grievance redressal of complaints received from the public. All of these commendable efforts from the RBI's part in upholding consumer protection in the banking sector can truly be yielded only if you as a citizen remain aware of grievance redressal structures and their functions. The development of the banking sector in our country depends on how effectively banks maintain their fiduciary relationships with their customers. And for that, customers need to step up and hold the banks accountable. If you found this video helpful, do drop a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the MyMoneyKarma channel for your daily dose of insights from the wide world of finance. Over and out.